What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, the level of human cruelty when people have disagreements, or sometimes not, is absolutely surprising to me. Earlier today, I covered a story for you guys that happened in Staten Island, New York last night. And this crime is about a 19-year-old boy who decapitated his stepfather, whether he was in the bathtub or he took him in there, which nobody knows. Stabbed the man to death for some odd reason, then took a hacksaw and removed his head. Then took a knife and stabbed it into his neck and left it there. 16-year-old sister, I guess, is the one that found him. And police are still trying to figure out what the motive was, but more information has come out. This guy's been identified, and I'm going to show him to you. There's video of this guy being taken out to an ambulance after his arrest yesterday at the precinct prior to him going to jail. This is footage you got to actually see to believe, and I'm at a loss for words. Let's go back to the original story, and then I'll show you this new information. Check it out.
Craig, Vanessa, we can tell you that police say a 19-year-old stepson has been taken into custody. Charges are pending for decapitating his stepfather. All of this playing out in this house. You can see an eerie scene with the door wide open, police tape drawn, police officers still on scene, and lights on upstairs. A 45-year-old man, the stepfather, was discovered decapitated and stabbed to death in the bathtub late in the afternoon Monday, according to police. Right now, there's no indication of what led to the killing. Crime scene investigators collecting evidence at 380 Cary Avenue in the West Brighton section of Staten Island. And our police sources telling us the suspect used a hacksaw to decapitate the stepfather. Then he stabbed the head with multiple knives. When officers arrived, they discovered that 45-year-old victim in the bathtub with multiple stab wounds in his head and neck. A 16-year-old made that gruesome discovery and made the 911 call, informing police her brother was still on scene. Longtime neighbors in this area are truly shocked by this heinous crime.
I don't know what to make of this. This is a shock to me.
The neighborhood has changed.
Yes. A lot of new faces on the block. And sometimes I'm out here a lot. I sit in my car sometimes and play music. I see people come and go.
Police saying the suspect, 19-year-old Damian Hurst, was taken into custody. Again, we're waiting to learn what charges he faces and, of course, a motive into why someone would decapitate their stepfather. In Staten Island, I'm Kalorama, Pix 11 News.
Okay. That's the story. You seen him. He was looking all lethargic. He couldn't sit up. He needed help. Oh, God, what he did was so traumatic. Okay. I said before, man, you know what I'm saying? This is a hateful crime. It is. And I don't understand what warranted that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Until the motives come out, nobody knows. But honestly, I don't see anything warranting that unless he beat his mom up or something in front of him. You know what I mean? But I'm more than sure that information would have came out yesterday. You know what I mean? And like the stabbing, I can understand if somebody was doing something to your mom. But the stabbing them and then taking their head off with a hacksaw? Come on. You know what's funny though? I've been watching that Ed Gein documentary on Netflix, and if you haven't watched it, it's very good. I mean, the Jeffrey Dahmer one was good. This one is better than that. But anyway, in that story, they were talking about Ted Bundy, and they asked Ed Gein about information of what he thought of him. And he said the only way to cut a head off is with a hacksaw. And like he described what kind of hacksaw you got to use and stuff like this. And now all of a sudden, that been out a week, and now this guy's head's cut off with a hacksaw. I'm not saying he watched it or nothing, but I mean, I'm going to tell you something. In all reality, regardless of what's going on with people, the level of violence that you're seeing now, ladies and gentlemen, is it's almost awe-inspiring in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are doing crazy stuff to people now in efforts of taking their life over disagreements or just fits of rage and anger. What you think about it? Who has the stomach, honestly, to be so, I mean, in fact, let me just change that. How many of you out there have let another person make you so mad? Now, this boy's 19 years old, so he ain't got to live in that house, so he ain't got to be around them. I don't know if he lived there or not, but he ain't have to be around it. He could have walked away and went somewhere else. To where you risk your life, your freedom, to fight to the death with somebody that's a step relative or just anybody in the street because you're mad at him. Not only did he kill this man, he made a statement by taking his head off according to reports and then stabbing it up, then leaving it for his sister to find. What kind of shit is that? What kind of world is this? You know what I'm saying? When I saw that on the New York Post, that video, and him standing, because there ain't no pictures of him out yet. He's standing up there and all this other shit. I'm going to tell you something. People, one thing a lot of people do when they do a heinous crime, they try to act like they don't know what they're doing in the early part of it. Or they're lethargic, or they're crazy, or this and that. That happens a lot. What he did was crazy. But nowadays, crazy is normal. That's why when I say in my videos, I say, oh, is it mental illness? Because, you know, anything that normal people don't do and a person does it, it's always, oh, they're crazy. Mental illness and all this other stuff. This is just the world we live in right now. To where a stepson at 19 years old, grown man, go and kill a man in his house for whatever reason, in a bathtub, and then take his head off and then take a knife that he stabbed him with and stick it where the head was at and leave the head there, blood all over the place. Turn the whole house into a crime scene. This is your mother's husband, and you did that. You didn't think about anything when you was mad and you was doing what you was doing. And not only did you kill him, you went way above and beyond to make a statement with the murder that you committed. I feel nothing for you. Flowers must be shown. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.